going on there, guys? We're back with another one. Today, we got to talk about Tristan Thompson going at Mario Chalmers over his comments about LeBron James. Now, first of all, what we should look at and notice is that Tristan Thompson and Draymond are on the podcast together. And there were rumors that these two got into a physical altercation some years back, over that Cleveland Golden State series and all that. They saw each other in the summertime and they said that Tristan and Draymond came to blows. Well, obviously, no, we weren't there, but they've put that behind them. They seem to be very friendly on this podcast and they spoke on a lot of topics. But first, I'm going to show you what Mario Chalmers said, and then I'm going to show you what Tristan Thompson said in response. Check it out.
Nobody fears Braun. Nobody's like, damn, I gotta go play this Braun tonight. Nobody said that. I don't know why.
Right.
Because I've seen people be scared when they actually line up to them, but they're not scared thinking about that matchup.
Right.
You hear anybody from that era talk about going against Jordan, there's a fear.
Right.
So when you have people that fear a player, then that's telling you something different already. Like, Jordan's just that guy. Like, everything was, I want to be like Mike.
Right.
Mario Chalmers recently said nobody feared LeBron.
That shit pissing me off. Man, Mario Chalmers, at one point, you were probably texting LeBron to get on the team and get a job. So because he couldn't get you a job or get you on a team, and I'm just assuming. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying, just because you might not have got your way, like, how could you say that about a guy that you went to war with, who believed in you, and then you're gonna come and say no one fears LeBron? Like, this is the best player you've ever been on the court with. How are you gonna say that no one? First of all, Miami LeBron is the most scariest LeBron we've ever seen in our life.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? like that Brown was he was like 290 running a 4.4 and jumping over John Lucas and stuff. Like, that was athleticism at a whole nother level. Like, how can you say that? And that just shows you that, like, guys be on some sucker shit. And I don't like that kind of stuff, because it's just like, bro, like, why you start switching up? Like you said about earlier, how guys get in media and they act like they never sat in the locker room. Okay, now guys are retired or not playing basketball. Now you want to talk about a guy that you won a championship. But I would never talk bad about any of my teammates that I've won a championship. The fact that you do that and you come out and talk about that man after he just, got the scoring record and he's in year, 20, and like, come on, bro. Like, really?
LeBron James has been to the finals 10 times in 19 seasons. This is his 20th season. 10 times in 19 seasons.
Right.
How much pain do you think he's caused other players that have lost to him in the playoffs? I mean, I have the luxury, because I get to talk to some old heads on my podcast. I've talked to DeMar about this. His Raptors teams couldn't get past the Cavs. I just talked to Al Horford about this. They lost 5 times to LeBron James in the East. So there is some pain inflicted, some emotional pain inflicted by those losses.
Yeah, man. So let's rap about this a little bit. Let's unpack this thing down. Now, Mario Chalmers, I'm sure this is just an excerpt from what he was saying. But one thing I want to journey back to is the treatment of Mario Chalmers during his time with the Miami Heat. A lot of times you'd see Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, they would make mistakes amongst each other. And at times, Mario Chalmers was the punching bag. So for what Tristan Thompson says, and from his perspective on how he won with LeBron, how he played with LeBron, it was great, all that, a lot of winning. When he was in that locker room with LeBron, and I'm just speculating, just based off what we saw, he probably harbors some sort of feeling from that time frame towards LeBron. LeBron, really, everything was Mario Chalmers' fault. If you even think back to Twitter before the memes and all that stuff became a thing, LeBron fussing at Mario Chalmers, that was the thing. Like, that was, I guess you could say, the meme of his time. Like, they were always coming down on Mario Chalmers, and sometimes rightfully so, but at times it's like, we don't want to talk uncomfortable to each other, so let's just there you go, Mario Chalmers, let's talk to him. That's how it kind of came off. So I feel like some of that may be present. Another thing Mario Chalmers is probably saying is, there's this thing with LeBron where a lot of people say he's not comfortable with the final shot. He's not comfortable in late game situations. Going to be that guy. Yes, sometimes the pass is the right play to make, but one would argue that sometimes he doesn't even make the pass from the position of a scoring threat. Like, it could be telegraphed in ways he's not even looking to score. At times he should look to score. So sometimes, especially earlier on in his career, he used to turn it over late in games. And even in the All-Star game, you remember how Kobe and Melo looked at him when he wouldn't take that final shot? At times they feel like he just doesn't have that killer instinct, and a lot of times it's measured by the final shot. What I will say is, a man that's been to the finals about half of his career, he has some killer instinct. I mean, I don't think it's no way around that, because and I agree with what they're saying to a point. At those moments in the game, because those situations will present themselves, it's very important to perform at those moments. But I feel like LeBron, to even be in the positions he's in, to be in the finals that often, it is some killer instinct. Because having killer instinct can be y'all going up by 20 early and not letting the team back in the game. Now, there's different types of killer instinct, but if you just come out and blow a team out early in the game, or you winning series, 4-1, 4-2, and not really letting teams be in there, you got some form of killer instinct. Now, there's levels to that, but also you have to remember, LeBron's gonna get you there, so there's no way he doesn't have it. But I see what Mario Chalmers saying, and he's looking at him in the light of Jordan, Kobe, those guys we're used to just putting a team on their back in situations where the team may not have it. They'll just offensively go put on a exhibition, and they'll close the team out. And we've seen LeBron do it in Detroit. LeBron has done it. So this is the thing. When you're nitpicking greatness, you're nitpicking like the greatest players ever. So even when you say they don't have something, you can point to times that they actually have something that you're saying they don't have, because they're great, so they can do everything. What we're saying is Jordan, what he did in Utah down the stretch, that is still the most legendary stretch I've seen. The drive layup, then the coming off the backside, he faked like he was gonna chase his man, and he waited till Malone got his post position. He doubled back, got the steal, came down and hit that shot, man. So it was offense, defense, offense. But Jordan has done the Elo shot. You got so many memories of that type of legendary stuff from them, where you knew they were going to take the shot, and everybody in the building knew they were going to be the one that tried to score, and they scored several times in those moments. And I think that's what Mario Chalmers is alluding to, as far as people not being scared of Bron. But I would argue, that the coaches that's up all night and they game planning against Bron and everything, they're very scared of playing him. Maybe not so much now, but back in the day, even now, you still got a game plan for LeBron James, or you're going to get beat, or, you're going to have a chance to get beat. But you want to take away what he does great. And any great player where you're game planning to take away what he does great, like, put it like this. There was never a coach in LeBron's prime that didn't want to keep him out of transition, because the game, if you see the ball go through the basket, if you're LeBron James or anybody like that, getting LeBron out, turning the ball over, letting him get in the passing lanes and get a couple of dunks, now you have, say if his jumper wasn't falling, he's going to be knocking down threes, he's going to attack the rack, he's going to be a little more aggressive, the pass is going to start zipping through, everything's going to come together. So any player of that level that you have to game plan for, anything like that, yes, they are feared. and not just by the players. I mean, in the sense of basketball, nobody's really scared of nobody. Like JJ said in the clip, I mean, I cut that part off, but he said, you know, nobody really fears nobody per se, but just in basketball lingo, you know, LeBron is feared, man. I just want to know what y'all think about that, though. Is LeBron feared, or do you think he's not feared like a Kobe or MJ? I just think it's different. Me personally, I just think the way he is, he don't have certain things. He's more happy-go-lucky. Where those guys at times they made teammates feel uncomfortable, have them crying, fighting them. Different issues came up with them at several times in their careers with their teammates, but they wanted to win at all costs. And I ain't saying LeBron don't, but they're willing to be a little more uncomfortable with it than he is. Now, if that's what Mario Chalmers is talking about, then yes. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.